3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? As we close out the calendar year, we look back at our matches of the year, our top matches of the year, and then we're going to do something a little bit different this year. We're going to make some predictions for what we think could happen in 2021. So the list.
Tim, are these our top matches, as in like the best matches in the world?
It could be said
best in the world.
No.
For this year,
it could be said.
No.
It could be said that they are the best in the world.
Could be.
Okay, I'm just wondering if it could be said that.
Look, all right. I'll. You know what? If we can get a gentleman's listen.
We're gonna listen. We're gonna listen.
If we can get a gentleman's agreement that in 2021,
Shane McMahon,
we can get a new meme. I will say it for the last time in 2020.
Wait, we would get a new what? I'm sorry.
A new meme.
I was busy saying Shane McMahon. What?
A new meme. If we can get a new meme in 2021.
The best in the world!
I didn't hear what you said. I said Shane McMahon and we're talking.
Shane McMahon!
I cut you off. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry myself. I didn't mean to do it. I meant it. I meant it 100%. It slips right out of my tongue. It's all of the water that I've been drinking has an adverse effect on me.
Here's my motion, and majority can rule on this vote. In 2021, if Ryan or Jim say the name of the person that they love to say, it doesn't count.
I vote nay on that.
That's why I said majority rules.
Ryan, vote.
Oh, that's obviously a nay.
Tim?
Nay.
I don't know what's been said over the last 5 minutes because I quit the podcast and now I'm back.
I said that in 2021, if Ryan or Jim say that name, then it doesn't result. If you, me, or Mark would say it, then that's one thing. But these two set themselves up.
I will not say it.
Right. So that's why it's.
So are you a yay or a nay vote?
For what?
That if Ryan or I would say that name moving forward in 2021, that I'm not allowed to play the clip.
Correct. Yes.
So you're a yay. So it's
more.
It's 2-2. Intern Mark, you are the.
Oh, hi, Mark.
You are the tie-breaking vote. Are you a yay to only you or Tim or Matt can summon the great Greg Hamilton, or can anybody summon the great Greg Hamilton?
Boy, I'll tell you, I think it's part of the podcast charm that anybody can summon him.
So are you a nay vote?
The nays win.
I'm going to have to throw down the nay. And I'm sorry if that upsets anybody.
Here we go. Money talk.
Why are you even playing that? No one said the name.
Well, that's just a clip, man. That's just a clip.
Just a clip.
It's not the
I'm going to
clip.
block it. I'm going to block it and make it happen. Just
Take
call
a
me
walk
Mitch.
for about 2 minutes. You guys think about what you just did for 2021. And I'll be back for my pick number 5. Y'all can sit here and y'all can stew. Y'all can stew in your filth. You poop mouths. When you poop in your mouth, you poop mouth. You're going to sit here and you're going to say this. You're going to make this. It's hard enough.
We broke Tim. We broke him.
See,
I'm walking.
here's why
I'll
it
be
doesn't make
back.
sense. Like Ryan
You
clearly
ruined
just
this.
says it for the sake of saying it. Like if it could come
Maybe.
organically,
It wouldn't come organically today.
it should.
If it didn't come over Raw Underground, which should have fucking been listed as one of the bad things, by the way.
Come in my face.
You could have said it. You took the cop out answer and said, "Ooh, COVID-19."
I
Ooh,
took
what an
the
asshole.
answer
Fuck you, Ryan.
that the WWE senselessly fired multiple people during a pandemic, not the cop out answer of
I said
COVID-19.
Shane McMahon.
Well, I can't do it again. You can only play
We
it
only
once.
do it once.
I mean,
There
what,
are-
what,
Oh,
There
so
are
you
rules
don't-
to this.
Oh, okay. So now all of a sudden we don't play the "Here Comes the Money" clip.
oh, I mean, I can do that again.
Yeah.
Here comes the
Heck
money.
yeah.
Here
That
we
was
go.
Brian out
Money
Ryan's
talk.
bullshit that he
Here
was saying.
comes the money. Money, money, money.
I stopped talking. Here's all I want. I want Tim to come back and put his earbuds in,
You blew it.
and just at that moment, Jim, just
Wrong
play
ear.
it again.
Sure, I don't even need to finish it, right? I can just start it
You can just start it.
just to get the
I
reaction,
just want to see his eye twitch, and then you can turn it right off.
just so his head actually explodes.
Poor Tim.
Yeah,
He's upset.
He seems hot. He just went to pee.
yeah, it's okay. We've been here a little while.
Ryan, I hope the contract you signed with Kate was like him actually like taking your full.
The
benefit.
best in the world.
Okay, no,
The best in the
no,
world.
Tim, no. I stopped.
That was a joke.
It was a joke.
He's
We're
done.
kidding. We're joking.
It's a joke.
We're joking. It's
Done.
over. It's
He's done.
over.
We know you took it out.
It's over.
Put it back in.
It's over.
We hear you.
It's
Put it
over.
back in.
It's
Can't
over.
hear
Put
me.
it back
We
in.
can hear you.
It's over.
That was about the reaction I thought he would have.
That's about what we expected. We
You gonna cue it up again? No, dumb.
no. He might
That
actually.
would be on brand.
It would
on
be.
brand for Ryan.
It would be if you had the board, you would do
I
it.
would just play it all the time.
Next time the lights are coming off. And I'm,
You know what happens then?
we ooh.
Oh my.
Come in my face.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna get the
Oh,
oh my clip there.
Well, yeah. I mean, that one's theirs. That
Ooh,
one's
my.
Oh my.
unless we forget.
So many good sound clips.
I am proud of the board. I'm not gonna lie.
So who survived Whamageddon this year besides me? Because I
Marcus.
Oh, did Marcus make it? Nice. Well done, Marcus. Okay. Let's get to our top 5 matches of the year. There's obviously a countdown that we always do. Before we actually start with number 5, anybody have any honorable mentions that didn't quite make their top 5 list? Yes, Matt.
I mean, we all have honorable mentions. Don't we want to do those last in case any of the honorable mentions get
Fair.
named?
Fair.
Durham?
I like that. So, Matt, let's actually start with you. What is your number 5 match of 2020?
My number 5 match, and I kind of felt cheap saying this because it should be a good match, but it was what someone chose as the moment of the year or something, best of the year. But it was the 2020 Men's Royal Rumble. I thought that had so much in it. I liked the winner. I liked, for all intents and purposes, the Brock domination. I liked the Keith Lee spot. I liked Edge's return. I thought that whole Rumble match was just fantastic. So that was my number 5.
Very good. Intern Mark, what is your number 5 match of 2020?
You know what? I had Royal Rumble men's match listed as well. And I think a lot of times the Royal Rumble kind of gets missed on year end because it happens so early in the year, and people forget that it is an actual match. You know, there's 30 competitors, but yeah, Edge's return and Lesnar's domination. I thought that was a very good match.
I'll be honest, it was one of my honorable mentions. And yeah, I've watched. There's not many Royal Rumble matches I've watched multiple times, this is one of them. I've watched it multiple times. Tim, what is your number 5 match of 2020?
My number 5 match is a match from Raw Underground. It's Riddick Moss versus Titus O'Neil.
Oh wow, okay. And Ryan, you look like you're just giggling. Tim Ryan, number 5.
My number 5. My number 5 match had a great tagline to it, which is what I appreciate about professional wrestling. My number 5 match was from WWE Battleground. It was titled The Greatest Wrestling Match Ever. Who'd have think in 2020 I'd be talking about Edge and Randy Orton as a match that I actually enjoyed.
Edge
that ran about 45 minutes. I thought it was a wrestling masterpiece, a good, long, well-timed match. So that is my answer. Would be the Edge Randy Orton match from Battleground.
Tim, are you sticking with your original answer? That wasn't you weren't being.
Y'all are getting what y'all get.
Fair enough.
Y'all think just summoning the devil whenever the fuck y'all want is just gonna be okay with me.
I mean,
y'all about to get 5 motherfucking Raw Underground matches as the best of 2020.
Look at that, and I could have brought his name up during Tim's pick.
Shane McMahon. I don't care.
Rush
Go
it.
ahead.
That's my
Hit
fault.
it.
Here comes the money.
I'm dead.
my
Here we
fault.
go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Is it
My
a Greg
10th
Hamilton thing, or is
my
it a
10th
Shane McMahon thing?
My 10th best match of 2020 was the Best Friends versus Proud and Powerful, the parking lot brawl on Dynamite.
Good one. That is a good one. My number 5 is the Elite defeating the Inner Circle at the Stadium Stampede at Double or Nothing back in May. That was my number 5 match of the year 2020. I will kick off our number 4 round, and I will go with the Undisputed Era defeating Team McAfee at in a War Games match at NXT TakeOver War Games just this month in December. I it could be partially recency bias, but that match was absolute fucking brilliance. And Pat McAfee for NXT champion in 2021. Tim, your number 9 match and number 4.
My number 4 match is Shayna Baszler versus 3 women in Raw Underground. But my number 9, excuse me, is Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega at Full Gear.
That's a good one. Ryan, your number 4.
Both solid choices. That Shayna Baszler match made my honorable mentions for sure. NXT War Games actually did make my honorable mentions, Jim, so I won't repeat that later. I'll cross it right off my list. My number 4 match was AEW's first step into cinematic matches and the Stadium Stampede match. I thought there was a lot of fun. I loved particularly Hardy switching between different versions of himself in a pool. A match that has drinking, horses, and super kicks is right up my alley. So number 4.
Perfect. In turn, Mark, your number 4 match of 2020.
I have Sasha Banks against Bayley, and that was the Hell in the Cell, I believe it was.
It was.
4.
And then Matt, your number 4 match of the year.
I actually had the Bayley and Sasha match in my honorable mention, so I will cross that one off. Let me make the scratching sounds that Ryan felt the need to do.
I mean, I
scratched your pen.
I have a pen and I scratched it. I did.
All right. And for me, my number 4 was Ospreay versus Takahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 14. Simpler times back then.
Wait, what's a Wrestle Kingdom? I have no
January
idea.
of 2020. Those were strange times, right? Where people were like going places and not wearing masks, and things were okay in the world.
Wild times, man. Wild times. And you're just making shit up. Wrestle Kingdom. I don't even know what the fuck that is. No, that's that was a solid match as well. So let's start the round of three, and we'll kick it right back and go back in reverse order again. Matt, what is your number 3 match of 2020?
My number 3 match was actually the one you just listed, Jim. It was the Undisputed Era versus Team McAfee at War Games. Thought that was a phenomenal match. I feel like someone on this podcast just said Pat McAfee doesn't belong in a wrestling ring. So
fake news.
Kudos to that person for apologizing, I guess. They have been wrong before. But I thought that the War Games was a lot better than the actual singles match as well, and all was said and done.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Intern Mark, your number 3 match of 2020.
Number 3. Let me see here. I had of the that parking lot or the stadium brawl. The with Jericho, you guys mentioned it last round. I had that as number 3. I thought that was I thought it was very entertaining. I liked it a lot. Give it a number 3.
Very good. The Stadium Stampede.
Stadium Stampede. That's what it was called. Yeah.
Oh man, I just saw a commercial because I have the Florida Oklahoma game on, and I saw a commercial for Sonic, and it reminded me that all the Sonics in Lancaster County are closed now, which is like I never went to them very rarely went to them, but like their commercials always look delicious. Ryan, your number 3 match of the year.
I feel like we'll still get the commercials. You should be all right.
Yeah, but I mean, if I actually would want to go, now I don't have the option, and that hurts.
Yeah, I get it. Their burgers are okay.
You know,
I just deleted my Sonic app.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't.
There was one like across the street from where the KPW used to run, and you never went there.
Well, because Ryan wanted to go to we as a collective went to the Red Robin.
Did the Red Robin?
Which delicious burgers. And then Ryan occasionally would want to go to Friendly's and blow out his O-ring.
Excuse me, I have 3 more Raw Underground matches to talk about. Can we keep going, please?
It was the coleslaw.
We'll go back to you, Tim.
Such an odd flavor to want to end on. So salty. We have NXT WWE NXT UK from October the 29th. It is the NXT UK Championship between Walter and Ilya Dragunov. Jim, your boy Dave Meltzer gave this a 5-star match for.
I have no idea who that is.
The guy that you often tweet about. I think it's an absolute must-watch match. It was entertaining. I think for
is that tag match you were telling me about?
No,
that was an older one.
That was back in January.
Okay.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
You haven't watched yet. I think it was entertaining enough for sports entertainment fans to really enjoy it, but wrestling purists to enjoy it as well. For Meltzer to give it as what he gave, and then like Cornette to praise this match too. It's a must watch.
But the real question is, was it wrestling done right, Ryan?
It was, bro.
Wow, that's impressive. Not many matches can do that, especially under the veil of the WWE. So, Tim, your number 3 and number 8 matches of the year.
So my number 8 match of the year is Io Shirai versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at NXT in Your House. But my number 3 match of the year is Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black from Raw Underground.
I love all of this.
It was such a good match. My number 3 takes us back to my best of the year, the 2020 Royal Rumble, but it was The Fiend defeating Daniel Bryan to retain the Universal title in a strap match at that pay-per-view, because it really kind of caught me off guard. I did not expect. I think Daniel Bryan took, it was like 32 hits from the strap, and it just, the fact that they actually did a strap match and they didn't like bitch out on it really kind of caught me off guard. So kudos to Daniel Bryan and The Fiend for that one. So I will kick off the round of 2. This is one that I think Mark had already mentioned, and Matt, I think you had it in your honorable mentions. It takes us to the Hell in a Cell show in October. Sasha Banks defeating Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. You know, I still wish that story would have been told longer. I think you could have played that story out till Rumble or Mania, but it gave us a fantastic Hell in a Cell match that those two absolutely and they improvised when some things didn't work out well as they were trying to set it up. Just a well executed match. I absolutely loved it. So Tim, we will go to you for your number 2 and your number 7 matches of the year.
So my number 7 match, really nice. Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly at TakeOver 30. But my number 2 match of the entire year of 2020 is Dolph Ziggler versus Arturo Ruas from Raw Underground.
That's an all-time classic. I don't care who you are. If Uncle Dave doesn't like that, he can stick it up his ass. Ryan, you're number 2.
That's the guy I was talking about last time.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know who this Meltzer character is, but Uncle Dave, Dave. Absolutely the worst.
Yeah, my number 2 match came from WWE's WrestleMania, the 36th installation of it. It would be the Boneyard match between AJ Styles and The Undertaker. This was our first cinematic match of 2020, and wow, what a job well done. Couldn't think of a better way for The Undertaker to end his career and then have to go and do it again at that other show. But what a great way to end it.
Intern Mark, your your number 2 match.
My number 2. I actually have the same number 2 as Smokey. I have the Boneyard match. Just being the first cinematic match and
Kobe.
Undertaker's final match, I think it deserved the number 2 spot for 2020.
Matt, how about you? Number 2.
For me, it was Paige and Omega versus the Young Bucks at AEW Revolution. I thought that was kind of like the tag team wrestling match of the year for me. So, yeah, that was it.
All right. And Matt, we'll go back to you. Let's start the round of 1. Our top match of the year 2020. Matt, what is your number 1 match in pro wrestling this year?
I'm going back again to simpler times, January of 2020 at Wrestle Kingdom 14, and that was Okada versus Ibushi. I remember watching that early on thinking that it would be tough for any match to top that throughout the year, and I think it just held up throughout.
Intern Mark, your number 1 match of 2020.
My number 1 match happened recently. It was the men's War Games in NXT. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's been a long time since I really, really enjoyed a match to that level, and so I'm going to go with the men's War Games.
Oh, very good. Men's War Games number 1. Ryan, your number 1 match of 2020.
There's a lot of stress here because I worry that Tim will also have the same number 1 match as me in this round. So
ain't a chance, bud.
That's fair. I have match number 2 as my number 1. Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Young Bucks back in February at AEW Revolution. This is Jim. It's Uncle Dave's only 6-star match of 2020. His highest rated match in over 2 years. You have to go back to
Who the hell is this?
2018 to get a match ranked higher than that. I think it's the best tag team match of all year, bar none. It might be the best tag team match I've seen in a long, long time. I'd have to think real hard to find a better tag team match. I thought it was great storytelling, something that even new fans could pick up right away and really get into the match. It was over 30 minutes, plus all the super kicks. What's not to love?
And Tim, your number 1 and number 6 matches of the year.
My number 6 match is actually from Raw Underground. It's Dabba-Kato versus Braun Strowman.
So good.
Yes.
But my number 1, and I said this as soon as the match happened, that there is no match that has or ever will be as great as this match. It is my new favorite match of all time. I'll stand by it. It is Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell.
That is a great match. My number 1 is multiple people's number 2 match, and that is the Boneyard match, The Undertaker defeating AJ Styles at WrestleMania. And it just when they said a Boneyard match, what the fuck is a Boneyard match? And it didn't deliver, it over delivered, and it kicked off the cinematic matches that were the story for the next couple of months, both in WWE and in AEW. But it was perfection, and what a way for the Undertaker to have his last victory in the World Wrestling Federation Entertainment. Just perfect, absolutely perfect. So let's go around. Obviously, the honorable mentions. I'll give one of mine here, and this isn't just because of the events of the last couple of days. This has been on my list since the match happened on May 23rd. Moxley defeating Brody Lee to retain the AEW Championship at Double or Nothing. That match was spectacular. Those two guys absolutely went for it. I actually had kind of put my top 5 and honorable mentions together last week. So, what's happened over the last few days didn't have an impact on mine. So that's one of my honorable mentions. We'll go around so I don't necessarily take anybody else's. Ryan, do you have any honorable mentions?
The only other one I had listed down was Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin at NXT UK TakeOver back in January 12th. Again, when everything was new all over again.
Tim, did you have any?
I had the one time that Shane McMahon fist bumped DeAndre the Giant at the door of Raw Underground.
Good moment. That was moment of the year, really.
No, that was actually.
Oh my god!
They faced off and they punched each other in the fist.
That is a match,
and that's a match.
Wow,
Mark, do you have any honorable mentions?
Boy, I don't know if I can top that, but my honorable mention was Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, the I Quit match. Told a great story, and the story's still going on. So,
I mean, I'm shocked that wasn't Matt's number 1, to be honest. Matt, do you have any honorable mentions?
I mean, it was one of my honorable mentions, as I stated, or you saw the pens. Did you not hear the pen scratching?
I did hear the pen
he
scratching.
Scratched it off.
Okay.
it was pen scratching.
Yeah, both the that and the Sasha Bailey Hell in a Cell were on my honorable mention, and then the Firefly Funhouse match was also an honorable mention for me. I thought that was probably my favorite cinematic match of the year. And that would work if I'd did any theatrics as well.
Wow.
I didn't. So. The movie is a shit movie.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wow.
I had the Firefly Funhouse on mine. If we had collectively voted to do a cinematic and a regular match countdown, that would have been my number 2. But that was on my honorable mentions. And my other one was Deonna Purrazzo defeating Jordynne Grace for the Knockout Championship at Slammiversary in July. 2 people that we have seen over the years on the independents, and they were given the spot on that show, and they absolutely killed it. So. I had Deonna and Jordynne Grace on that one as an honorable mention. So those are our top matches. And obviously, as you're listening to this, if you want to hit us up on social media and give us your match of the year, we would appreciate that as well. If you're not watching the video for this, then you're just absolutely making mistakes. I had plenty of others. I think I had something like 22 matches that I had put down that I had to pick from for the year. I know,
You
shock.
really put 22 matches down.
I don't. Let me actually count them really quick because it may have been 22. So I had the 4 honorable mentions. I had the 5. So let me go here. There's 19. So close to actually hitting 22. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?